भुवि भुव भारावहंतारकम् वन्दे रूप सनातन रघुजुगम् श्रीजीव गोपालकम् कृष्ण कीर्तन गानन तन परम् प्रेमामृतां धीरा धीर जन प्रिय प्रियकरौ निर्मसलौ पूजितम् नाना शास्त्र विचारनिपुणम् सद्धर्म संस्थापकम् लोकानां हितकारिणौ त्रिभुवने मन्नौ शरण्यागतौ नाना शास्त्र विचारनिपुणम् सद्धर्म संस्थापकम् लोकानां हितकारिणौ त्रिभुवने मन्नौ शरणागतम् राधा कृष्ण पदारविन्द भजनानन्दे नमत्वालिकौ वन्दे रूप सनातन रघुजुगौ श्रीजीव गोपालकम् कृष्ण कीर्तन गानन तन परम् प्रेमामृतां
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Today is no translation.
Let's see.
Today, and everybody.
Can you hear me?
Today, no translation later.
What?
We have no translator, Japanese.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, I don't.
You speak in English?
Maybe next life. Anybody listening that wants English class? I don't think so.
Yes, and now YouTube, we are open.
I just have. Where's all the translators?
テキスト12です。おはよう。
It's supposed to be for 1 hour or so.
もうちょっと待ってください。食事やります。呼びに行きます。
Chapter 12. Haribo?
はい。Sorry. Yes, we have chapter 12 and verse 12.
Jai Radha Madhava. Where's Ganga? Where's Harinamananda?
I don't know.
It's Golden Week, everybody's partying. Huh?
Yes.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihar. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihar. Gopala Giribharadhari. Gopi Jana Balava Giribharadhari. Nandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashoda Nandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanacha Yamuna Tira Vanacha Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihar. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihar. Gopi Jana Balava Giribharadhari. Gopi Jana Balava Giribharadhari. Yashoda Nandana Brajajana Ranjana. Yashoda Nandana Brajajana Ranjana. Yamuna Tira Vanacha. Yamuna Tira Vanacha. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihar. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihar. Gopi Jana Balava Girivardha Gopi Jana Balava Girivardha.
Hare Krishna。もしもーし。切れちゃったみたいですね。
Haribo, can you hear okay?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, I just got cut and back, so let's see.
Yes. I'm cut.
Where's Nitai and
Nitai-san is go out Sankirtan. And Madhu and
already?
Radhika is help Pujari now dressing something.
Nitai went out so early, huh?
Nitai-san was short traveling around the Tokyo, near Tokyo. Marathon, he said marathon
Yeah,
until Golden Week.
good. Good. Okay. Avidvan,
Abhibam,
Evam,
Evam,
Atmanam,
Atmanam,
Manyate,
Manyate,
Nusam,
Nusam,
Iswaram,
Shivaram,
Bhutai,
Bhutai,
Shijati,
Vijati,
Bhutani,
Bhutani,
Grasate,
Rasate,
Tani,
Tani,
Tai,
Tai,
Vayam,
Vayam,
Avidvan, Evam, Atmanam,
Abhigbam Evam Atmanam,
Manyate, Nisam, Ishwaram,
Manyate Nisan Ishvaram,
Bhutai, Shijati, Bhutani,
Bhutai Surajati Bhutani,
Grasate, Tani, Tai, Swayam,
Rasate Tani Tai Svayam,
Avidvan, Evam, Atmanam,
Aditva Evam Atmanam,
Manyate, Nisham, Ishwaram,
Manyate Nisvan Ishvaram,
Bhutai, Shijati, Bhutani,
Bhutai Sujati Bhutani,
Grasate, Tani, Tai, Swayam.
Rasati Tani Tai Svayam,
Avidvan,
Advivam,
one who is foolish without knowledge.
知識のない愚か者。
Evam,
Evam,
thus,
こうして、
Atmanam,
Atmanam,
himself,
himself, 彼自身、
Manyate,
Manyate,
considers,
considers, 考慮する。
Anisham,
Anisham,
although totally dependent on others.
他人に全く依存している。
Ishwaram,
Ishvaram,
as a supreme controller,
最高のコントローラーとして独立した。
independent.
独立した。
Bhutai,
ブータン、
by the living entities.
生命体によって。
Shijati,
シュジャティ、
he, the Lord,
彼、
creates.
主が創造した。
Bhutani,
ブータンに
other living entities.
他の生命体。
Grasate,
そして、
He devours.
He devour. 彼は貪る。
Tani,
他に、
them.
them それら。
Tai,
対
by other living entities.
他の生命体によって。
Swayam,
バーヤン
himself.
彼自身。
Translation. A foolish, senseless person cannot understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Although always dependent, he falsely thinks himself the Supreme. If one thinks, according to one's previous fruitive actions, one's material body is created by the father and mother, and the same body is annihilated by another agent, as another animal is devoured by a tiger, this is not proper understanding. The Supreme Personality of Godhead himself creates and devours living entities through other living entities. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. According to the conclusion of
Sorry, I'm having trouble with the connection. Please try again in a moment.
the philosophy known as karma mimamsa, one's karma or previous fruitive activity is the cause of everything. Therefore, there is no need to work.
Here's what I got.
Those who arrive at this conclusion are foolish. When a father creates a child, he does not do so independently. He's induced to do so by the Supreme Lord. As the Lord himself says in Bhagavad Gita 15:15, Sarvasya chaham hridisani vishto matak smritir ganam apohanam cha. I am in everyone's heart, and from me come remembrance, knowledge, and forgetfulness. Unless one receives dictation from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who sits within everyone's heart, one cannot be induced to create anything. Therefore, the father and mother are not the creators of the living entity. According to the living entity's karma, fruitive activities, he is put into the semen of the father, who injects the living entity into the womb of the mother. Then, according to the body of the mother and father, yata yoni, yata bijam, the living entity accepts a body and takes a birth to suffer or enjoy. Therefore, the Supreme Lord is the original cause of one's birth. Similarly, the Supreme Lord is the cause of one's being killed. No one is independent, everyone is dependent. The true conclusion is that the only independent person is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Right. Om Agana Timrandasya Gananjana Shalakaya Chaksuramilitanyena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sajajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahita Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakan Vitam Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namane Namaswati Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschacha Desatarane. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Tinamane. Madhu Jojala Premaja Shri Rupa Nuga Bhakti Da Shri Gora Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namostute. Madhu Dojala Premaja Shri Rupanuga Bhaktida Shri Gora Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namostute. Namaste Gauravani Shri Murtaye Dinatarane. Rupanuga Viruda Apasadanta Dvanta Harane. Namo Gorakishwaraya Satchitvairagya Murtaye Vipralamba Rasambode Padambujaya Te Namaha. Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Satchidananda Namane Shri Gora Karuna Shakti Rupanuga Varayate. Gauravir Bhave Bhume Stvam Nirdeshta Sajjana Priya Vaishnava Sarva Bhoma Te Namaha. Trubius Cha Kripa Sindhuvya Eva Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namaha. Namo Mahabharanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Na Chaitanya Namani Gora Tushe Namaha. Panchatatmakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam Bhakta Bhataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakti Shaktikam. Hey Krishna Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate Taptikanchana Jayatam Sudato Pangor Mama Mandir Matergiti Tat Sarvasya Padambo Joshi Shri Radha Madana Mohano. Divyad Kalpa Drumada Shima Ratnagara Singhasanastho Shri Radha Shila Govinda Devo Prestali Bi Sevyamano Smarami. Shiman Rasurasarambi Vamsivata Tatastataha Karshan Venu Sunar Gopi Gopinatha Shriyeshtu Naha. Tapta Kanchana Gaurange Radhe Vrindavanishadi Vishabhanu Sute Devi Priye. Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangam Langayate Girim Tat Kripa Tamahambande Shri Guru Dina Tarane. Krishna Tudiya Padapankaj Panjarantam Adyaiva Me Visatu Manasaraja Hansan Prana Prayama Samaye Kapavatta Pitai Kantabaro Danavido Smaranam Kutaste. All right, we got another person in there, Saiko-san. So this is our constant message that we're not in the control. Krishna says that in the Bhagavad Gita so many times. That the karta hamati manyate, the very foolish person thinks control. He's a doer, but actually things are done by the mode of nature, the body growing and moving and eating and digesting and everything according to the modes of nature. And the modes of nature under the direction of Krishna. So Krishna is the only really independent. We have independence. Krishna has given us slight independence. That independence is we can choose if we want to be in Maya, or we want to be in Yoga Maya. We want to be with Krishna. We want to have loving relation with Krishna. We want to serve Krishna for his pleasure. Or we can be in Mahamaya, where we think we're the supreme and we have control. So the material energy, Maya, is so clever that she convinces us that, we are free. We can choose which beer to drink, or we can choose where to go for a holiday. We can choose which clothes to buy, which television to watch, which phone to buy. Independent choices we can make. But actually, that's all controlled by the Maya. It's not a real choice, because we're just choosing sense gratification. The only real independence we have is to choose to serve Krishna or not serve Krishna. So we heard of Karma Mimamsa. Krishna spoke that when he convinced Nanda Maharaj to stop the worship of Indra, to worship the demigods, he was saying in that way, because they have to award you according to their karma, to your karma. And it has nothing to do with whether you worship them or not. But that may be partially true, but it's not the whole thing, because it's not the only cause. There's ultimately the super soul. So when a father and mother, the father is usually very proud, I created this, but all he is just a conduit, that somehow the soul enters into his body and then comes out of his body and goes into the, and then it develops in the womb of the mother and then comes out. But the super soul is guiding that. Intelligent people, gradually we can understand that we're not the doer. We hear all the time, the materialists, if they fail at something, they say, well, God's will. It was God's will. What can I do? They say, I did it. Science did it. We did it. We worked hard. Pious people give credit to God. No, I didn't do anything. It's all Krishna's mercy. That's how we should be. If we push anything, you should understand it's Krishna's mercy. And get along. But we always make choices. It's just that it's not independent, because we're dependent on, to make choices how to enjoy in the material world, we're dependent on the material world. We have to have that underneath, and we have to have this body. We have to have, the air and sunlight and water and all the things that we need to live. We have to have the ingredients. If we're going to build something, we have to have them, to make sound, say you're a singer or a musician. We have to have air and, all the things that make the sound, and somebody else has to hear it, and created by Krishna. But we can choose, what kind of sound we want to make, or what kind of food we want to eat, or where we want to go, to some extent. Always. Past karma has an influence also. So two people can, be born twins and come out completely different. Sometimes they're very similar, sometimes they come out completely different. even though they're born of the same mother and father at almost the same time and raised in, more or less exactly the same way for many years of their life, they may come out completely different. So famous verses quoted here again and again. Rasya chaham ridi sanivishta mata shmitir gyanam apoanam cha vedescha sarvair hamiva veja vedantavit vedavit eva chaham. Krishna just keeps trying to tell us, his position. So in psychology or something, they call it the subconscious, where memories are stored and, all these different things. We call that the supersoul. And we have the external, immediate memory. But we don't, the knowledge and remembering and forgetting is coming under the control of Krishna, of course, according to our desires. But he's in everyone's heart, and he's the one that gives it. Sometimes we remember things. Sometimes we remember Krishna. Sometimes we remember other things. And we're trying to learn to focus the memory on Krishna. Trying to keep books around that we associate with devotees, because association is one of the most influential things. Even scientists just recently did research of the influence of association. If you want to, of course, I don't know why they have to research, but they need the exact statistics. But even Hiranyakashipu said associations, like I touched on it. If you associate with drunkards, you're likely to become a drunkard. If you associate with people who are studying a lot, you might study more. If you associate with people who are, playing music, you probably play music. So that's just natural. If you associate with devotees, you'll probably become a devotee or stay a devotee. We should all be thinking, I'm trying to become a devotee. Therefore, we seek out the association of devotees. Devotees ask often, like, how can we do this? How can we maintain enthusiasm? How can we keep going? You think is doing what you want to do and associate with them, serve them, work with them. They want you, and you'll become like them. And we can associate with many, many devotees nowadays. Even if we don't have a lot of devotees in our neighborhood or our country, we can associate and chanting with so many devotees online, on the internet, and by the books. That's always been there. Prabhupada said the books are better than him because books go anywhere. Books are there, for everybody. You can have billions of books, but the guru, he can only be in one place. And a few devotees might be able to personally serve him, but the books, they can be everywhere. And in the book, we have the association of course, Prabhupada and his realizations, his ecstasies. We have Narada Muni, or Kumaras, Arjuna, Yudhisthira, so many great personalities. Lord Shiva, we associate with them by reading their teachings or their pastimes. So we want, hopefully, to want to associate more and more, to be connected. And then we become purified. A simple example Prabhupada gives again and again is iron. You take an iron rod and you put it in the fire, a big fire, eventually it becomes red hot. And it's not, you can't use it as iron anymore. It becomes soft. It's like if you touch it, anything, it'll start a fire. Flames are coming out of it. But then if it cools down, again becomes a steel rod. So that our consciousness, even though it's cold and hard, if we keep it in the association of devotees in all these different ways I was saying, then it'll change. It'll become spiritual. So Prabhupada has given us, so much facilities. And then we feel obliged that we should give this to others. That's compassion. We see that we're relieved of our suffering. Although we might think I'm suffering, but it's not the same as a materialist suffering that thinks he's his body and everything that's around him is his. When a devotee is so-called suffering, it's much different, but that's up to consciousness. Suffering is a choice. Difficulties are inevitable. Problems, pain, loss and gain, victory and defeat, and sickness and health. All these things are inevitable. But whether we want to suffer or not, that's our choice, depending on how we look at things. How much we realize I'm not this body and not this mind, and that all this going on is separate from me, and it's all temporary. So suffering is there, pain, but it's not the same as a materialistic suffering. So by our karma, we get a certain mother and father, and then according to that mother and father's body and consciousness at the time of conception and many factors, we're born in a particular type of body. Whether the mother is animals, dogs, pigs, elephants, fish, we get a body according to somehow or other our karma. And then we suffer and enjoy along the way. So the Supreme Lord is the original cause of everyone's birth. The Lord is the cause of us being killed. But it's not that he's just dictating, but he's the ultimate cause of all causes. But he's doing it according to our wishes, our karma, our desires. So we can think like I'm doing it. But it's like, say, a surfer. The surfer, they really think they're independent. They're probably, when they get on top of that wave and they're zipping along, and they're thinking, I'm the supreme controller. I lean this way, that way, and they're really feeling somehow this great freedom, like I'm independent. I don't need anybody. I'm enjoying like anything. But they need the surfboard. They need the ocean. They need the wind. They need all the, the waves. They can't do it on their own. They can't create those things either. Those are natural things. Say a motorcycle rider, they also feel very independent, but they need the motorcycle, which came from a big factory and so many people had to work to produce it. They need fuel. They need the land to ride on. They need, whatever. They need the bump to make them fly through the air, depending on how they ride their motorcycle. But they really feel like I'm independent, I do whatever I want. I go wherever I want. But they're not independent. They're completely dependent on all of these other factors. I heard an interesting example, more simple to understand. Somebody is riding in a taxi, and he asked the taxi driver, why you drive taxi? He said, I'm independent. I can do whatever I want. I can work when I want. I can do what I want. I can, I can take off whenever I want. And then the passenger said, turn right. Immediately he turned right. And the passenger said, just see, you're not independent. I tell you to turn right, you turn right. You have to. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to drive a taxi for very long. So Krishna is Swarat. He's completely independent. And he's given us some independence. But it's very tiny. It's just a matter of choice whether we serve Krishna or not. And many people complain why did he give us this independence? Because then we can misuse it. Why didn't he not give us any independence and just keep us in the spiritual world? Then there'd be no value. Without choice, there can't be any love, there can't be any happiness. One has to, we made the choice. If we make the choice to ignore Krishna, then we suffer. We can't blame Krishna. Some blame Krishna, but it's their fault. Some people in jail blame the government, but they chose to be criminals. They chose a life of crime. So the government didn't force them to do that. They chose it, but then they get the reaction. But when one uses his independence properly to serve Krishna, then everything can be very glorious. So I'm going to stop there. I don't think anybody is around that can ask questions from what I saw. Right? Okay. So thank you all, whoever is listening very much, or whoever tunes in later. Glories to Prabhupada. Hare Krishna.
Krishna Guru Maharaj. Thank you very
What's
much.
that? Thank you very much. Okay. Short class because it's late for me.
Yes, thank you. Yes.
All right.
Yes.
And it's kind of hard to just go on talking and talking without any knowing who's there, if anybody's listening or anything. All right.
Yes.
So we get this message over and over again, and hopefully we'll eventually understand it. We'll just pray to Krishna like great devotees pray. So when we read the Bhagavatam, we read these prayers. Please, Krishna, let me remember you. Let me think of you. Let me serve you. Let me be with devotees. Be with devotees so I can hear your glories. So let's be devotees and arrange for other people to get the opportunity to serve, to be with devotees. Make the temple very beautiful, with nice paneling and very beautiful decorations and all paintings of Krishna everywhere. And Gaur Chaitanya and Kirtan all the time, and wonderful prasadam for whoever comes. And we save the world. All right? Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
クリシナ、明日もお願いしようかと思ってますけど、ショートクラスをもしかしてまた通訳がいなかったらこんな形になるかもしれませんけど、よろしくお願いします。ハレクリシナ。